Previously on Almost Better Than Dragons. Well, I guess we finally made it to Sparkle, and Aniston kind of turned on us again and became his original self. And it turns out that there's something going on with the temporal time shifts and all that kind of crazy stuff. And bottom line, there's this magical bomb that's been blowing up the city, and we need to figure out how to stop it. So, I guess we're gonna keep looking for that bomb.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if, like, that would give me any indication if the magical weapon is, like, if the weapon is magical and, like, maybe it would be like, oh, they're over there.
Are you talking about the cart? Are you talking about trying to find that with the Arcana check?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to Arcana the cart?
Yeah, let's both.
Well, no, won't you just go blind again? Because we're still in the magical
I'm doing it
area.
anyway.
All right. This whole thing is magical.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, nice.
What?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
I rolled a nat 20.
Mike was
You
not
guys
ready
are
for
changing
that.
the story a lot. Okay, so you do notice you finally are able to get, and you've learned something as well. You are able to use
Finally!
you're able to use your Arcana now in this environment. You've kind of calibrated yourself to it, and you do get a sense of Arcana from the things that are around you. You can get a sense from Aniston's sword. You see that glowing. You see the other things that that you have that are kind of dimly glowing, that are magical. And you do see every little bit, like there are kind of like, you know, like in a video game where there's like your goal and there's some kind of thing that's like floating in
Detective
front of
mode in the Arkham games, or like...
you. Yeah, exactly.
Like little shit, like outlines,
Right.
or...
Exactly. And really, you know, really far away, you do see some little floating, like little blobs of, like, you know, magical energy. And they are out there. And you can't tell how close some of them are because you don't know how big the thing is that you're looking at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we gotta get over there. I like look back at them, my eyes are like glowing green as they finally work right again.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I can see everything.
Your special eyes.
My special eyes can see everything.
Where's the cart, Donnie? That's all we really care about.
I see something that looks like it could be the cart down there. Let's try to get there as fast as we can.
So
Let's go.
He's pointing right at the tavern, and you guys start running towards the tavern.
I'm not going to stop us. We can go after it, but I'd also like to point out we don't know if that cart was magical. Like, this could be something entirely different.
Well, it's worth finding out.
Yep.
Okay.
So you start.
I think the bomb inside of it would be magical.
That's a thing you just jumped onto. We have no evidence of that whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I'm just saying, if this isn't it, like...
That was my gut instinct, too, so I'm with Donnie.
It might be. I'm just saying.
So
It might not
you
be.
guys get closer, and you're noticing that thing that you saw in this direction is getting bigger, and it looks like you have to look down into the ground to see it. And it's hard to make out what it is in this weird Arcana vision that you're having. But it looks like it's a gigantic, like when I say, well, not gigantic. It now seems like it's probably about, like, 50 feet away from you or something like that. And it's kind of like diagonally down through the tavern, underneath the tavern. And it's not gigantic. It's probably about, like 2.5 feet in diameter, maybe, you're guessing. It's hard to tell on this view that you're having of it. But about that, and it looks round, and there's some types of weird, like, either ropes or hoses or some kind of weird stuff coming out of it. And here's the other weird thing about it. But you're not positive exactly what it is that's going on, because maybe your vision is still a little bit messed up. But seems like it's glowing like this white hot glow that is super intense. And so as you're following it, it's like you kind of have to look at it from the side of your eye. It's
because it's like sun level brightness.
It's super bright, but it's also really condensed. So it's not like it's like a big, wash of magic like you've seen before. Like if somebody cast protection on like an awning for their shop, like it would have this nice warm glow. But this is like a super white hot thing, but it feels like it's compressed somehow. There's something weird about it.
It's the bomb. Oh my god.
It's Babu.
All right. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. There's probably a cellar in the tavern. I don't know if it's in the cellar though. If it's not underneath the cellar itself, in like some sort of sewage or like in the aqueduct, maybe even.
So you hear somebody yelling at you, and you turn and look, and it's the bartender from last night. And the bartender is yelling at you guys. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing snooping around? Did you break into Sparkle earlier? Did you leave my door open?"
No.
I looked at Aniston and say, "Deal with this guy."
Do not presume to order me.
And he says,
I don't know who he's yelling at.
The bartender.
"Sir, is that you?
Or you.
Is that you, Lord Aniston? Is that you?" He comes running up.
Yeah, we're jumping all over in time. This isn't exactly the next night. This is like earlier than that, probably.
What are you doing? What are you doing here, Lord Aniston? Can I do something for you? This is my tavern, Sparkle. This is my tavern, Sparkle. It is at your disposal. We have private rooms. We have food. We have smoking herbs. We have drinks. Anything you could desire.
Bartender, be sure to assist my friends here with anything that they require. We are trying to deal with a matter of citywide security.
Yeah, do you have a basement in this joint?
Yes, we do. Please,
Get us there.
This way. He leads you through the front door. And he's talking about some delivery that they got earlier.
Ooh,
Something
that's it.
for some big party that's coming up. So he leads you up to the stairs, or up to the door to like the basement, and he's rattling his keys, and he's trying to unlock the lock, but it's not working. And he seems pretty surprised by this. Like this shouldn't. He's like, this is the same lock. I mean, am I? He calls his friend over. He's like, "Am I crazy?" And he's like,
Laryn, pick it.
Out of the way, and I use my double-sided sword and crack it open.
So are
Nice.
you attacking?
For Shomar!
Are you attacking the? Are you attacking the lock, or are you attacking the door, or what?
The lock.
All right, roll to hit.
Fingers
For
crossed.
once, it's not us.
No!
2.
Welcome to the club.
It was a 2, huh? Okay.
Yep.
So you swing your sword, and it misses the lock completely, and you yell for Shomar, and you slam your sword in through the molding of the wall, and you swing through the molding of the wall, and it's almost as if you start stumbling with your sword because you're running across the room with your sword now kind of leading the way, and it slices through a table, it slices through a chair, and it finally embeds itself in the opposite wall of the tavern. And you can tell that the tavern owner and his friend are like kind of confused and scared at the fact that you did that. It's a moment that normally everyone would laugh, except no, nobody's laughing.
It's concerning. Huh. Right. Okay. Let me give it a shot. And I just lean down to the lock and try and do acid breath on it.
All right, so you do acid breath, and it hits the lock. It does not do anything to the door or to the lock.
Can I see with my Arcana check that if the lock is like
This lock's funky.
So,
Something's
yeah,
wrong with this
make
lock.
an
It's not-
Arcana
Is it
check.
magically
Make
enchanted?
an Arcana check again.
It's a 22.
Wow. Okay. You see that it's not only enchanted, the lock and the door are enchanted. You can see that there's another door on the back of the building That is enchanted with a lock on it as well. And you can see that there's some kind of like dull gray enchantment all over the floor of the tavern as well as the lower walls of the basement area. It's a very dull and dim one, but it is there.
I turn to the barkeep. Apparently, whoever delivered that package to you, they enchanted the entire floor and both entrances to your basement. Whatever's down there, they don't want anyone getting to. And I have a suspicion that it's something dangerous.
Yeah, the bartender is freaked out, and he calls over that friend of his, and they start scrambling. Like, he runs out the front door, they're going to get more people to try to help.
Is our meddling in time even going to affect anything? I'm wondering, like, what is happening? Like, or are we just reliving the memories? Oh, God. Or, I don't know, but how would we be involved? I'm confused.
I just have an existential crisis.
Yeah, pretty much.
I ask anyone if they have something to pick a lock with?
We need something. We need to dispel the
Enchantment.
The enchantment first.
enchantment on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how we can do that.
Oh. Is the lock like a padlock, like it's hanging off the door, or is it like a keyhole lock? Like
it is. It's a padlock that is pretty big, and it's looped through some very thick metal loops that are
Fantastic.
built into the door.
I take out my lava collar and I try to slip it over the padlock, like so it would dip through the center.
All right, so you do that, and the lock is now hanging in through the lava collar.
Yeah,
and it is in there, so you can't see it in the room anymore. It's just hanging inside the collar. So how long do you want to let it sit in there?
Just like a minute, enough for everyone to like wonder what the hell I'm doing. I'm just like, da-da-da-da.
All right.
And they're like, push over me. I'm like, da-da-da-da-da.
And then the microwave goes off, and you open the door.
I'm looking at my wrist every now and then.
You take
you have perfectly made lasagna.
You take the lava collar off of the lock, and the lock's metal is glowing bright red and kind of weird and shimmery and shifty looking. But there's something keeping it together.
Damn.
Fuck.
It's like there's liquid white hot metal inside of a magical lock-shaped balloon.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be like there would be like a limit to how much it could take, and it would break from the lava.
I think the enchantment kept it together.
Yeah, I thought the enchantment would break after a certain amount, but yeah, because I got nothing else. What's his name? Aniston, you know anything about enchantments and/or magic?
Because
we don't know much about Aniston.
Aniston, you're not that familiar. You know some, but your strength was not in the magical arts. Yours was more of in the martial realm.
I am not a wizard other than my ring. I am merely a physical fighter.
Gotcha. Well, fuck it. I take out my magical wood mallet. I don't know what the enchantment is on it, but maybe it dispels other enchantments.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and Gallagher it open.
Can I tell what spell it is by like looking at it with my eyes?
It looks to be kind of a pretty standard protection spell. It's nothing super fancy. There's probably about 12 to 20 different variations of the standard protection spell, and they're all just a little different. So it's pretty hard to like differentiate.
Is it tethered off to something? Like, is it originating from something?
No, it is a self-contained thing.
Okay.
I just take a whack at it with my magical wood mallet, because I don't know what enchantment the mallet has, but
okay.
Worth a shot.
Roll with your mallet.
That is not good. Let's see the modifier. 14.
All right,
Survey
you
says.
swing and you kind of hit it, but it just reverberates up your arms, and you feel like it shakes you a bit. You take 1 damage from that.
God.
Gentlemen, stand aside. Lord Aniston will use his martial arts skills and run and kick through the door for Shomar!
I love it.
13.
Yeah, what's his boost to his like stats? Is he like have like a full fleshed out character sheet?
Yeah, there's a character over here. What did you roll?
He rolled a 13.
Oh, okay. Well, it's super, super loud. He slams his foot into the door, like he's karate kicking it. And it's this running leap kick that he has. And it's kind of impressive. And when he hits the door with his foot, it's like the entire place shakes. But the door does not budge.
Oh, I forgot I have Stonebreaker, which gives me +5 to attacks against objects.
Just as you're about to do something with that, the bartender runs back in and says, we found him. We found him as quickly as we could.
Okay, never mind.
We're sorry, but he's here now, and as you probably already know, Lord Aniston, Admiral Gripper was in town today, and he, as you know, Lord Shomar, Admiral Gripper is incredibly adept at magical skills of all sorts, and I'll leave you to it. Admiral Gripper has a huge beard. And he looks very grizzled and very kind of like tough. And he comes kind of clopping up and he says, Lord Aniston, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Ah, if we had time for ale, but alas, we have to undo this door lock.
Ah, very well. What have you, why do you need the door undone in the first place?
We believe a terrorist plot is afoot in the basement.
Questioning
Lord Aniston? I never.
Lord Aniston, are you speaking of the bomb?
It already happened.
What's this now?
Are you speaking of the bomb, Lord Aniston?
I believe I am. Why do you question me?
I'm sorry, sir.
Why do you know about the bomb?
I'm sorry, sir, but you sent me here to look for the bomb, and I've been searching, sir, and I have not found anything yet. I just didn't expect you. I didn't expect you to come check on our progress. I apologize. Let me remove this. Let me remove this enchantment immediately. He does a little bit of work, and he's having a little bit of trouble getting that enchantment off, and he's kind of scampering a little bit.
Can I help him at all? Is there any way I can aid him because I have magic?
You can ask him if you want to.
Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm a sorcerer. I have some powers. Unfortunately, taking down protection spells isn't my forte, but...
Look, I'm trying to do this. I need a little bit of concentration right now.
Okay.
So he does it, and then he finally goes like, ah. And then something happens, and you kind of all feel the floor feels a little different. The lock, it's almost like the lock was... It's almost like, I don't know, it's something weird trick in your head where you were like, oh, it feels normal now. It's some weird kind of thing that kind of shudders through all of you. You feel that the enchantment is gone and that everything is kind of returned to normal. The bartender runs up. He has his keys. He puts his key in the lock, but it does not do anything. It doesn't turn left or right. It's like fused closed.
Yeah, because he put get the lock off there, Ku, with the band again.
Yeah, it might melt this time.
It's actually going to fall apart.
So you do that?
Yep.
All right. So you put the lava collar on the thing, and you take it off, and there's nothing left but a scorch mark on the side of the wall and the door where the lock was attached.
Yes! Love this thing.
So now you can open the door.
Kick it open.
Right.
Can I still see the glowing down in the basement?
You have to do another Arcana check.
Okay. Fuck. 13?
Yeah, you still see it. It's very much right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I've been, oriented now, so I guess I would still, if I did well enough, I'd still be able to see it.
Yeah, you learned how to see in this world, so you're okay now.
I open the door
cool.
and say,
Let's stop the bomb.
All right. Everyone do a perception check.
Ugh, a 7?
14.
And a 4.
And an 8.
Okay, so nothing unusual.
Oh, god
Shit!
damn
I
it.
hate this! I hate it so much!
That is the worst. All right. I
I
guess.
run out of the room and I run back in and I do another perception check.
Oh,
You
Christ.
reset the timer.
I load my previous save file. Oh god, I hate that.
Can I at least look around for like what we think is the bomb in like the center of this room?
So you're standing at the top of the stairs right now. And the stairs that you're looking down look like the stairs that the servants use to restock things. So it's not like it's made for giant carts to go down or anything like that. Kind of a narrow staircase. There's walls on either side of it, all the way till it gets down. It's magically, magically lit from downstairs with a kind of a standard lighting thing that a lot of people seem to use in this area. And so you see like a dirt floor, but it looks like, there's a much larger space beneath there. If you look we're trying to orient yourself from where you saw the circular object with the Arcana check, you think that it's probably about like 10 to 15 feet from the staircase in the center of possibly the center of the room. You don't know, actually.
I'd like to raise my sword to the throat of Admiral Guy person
Yeah. Yeah.
and see what he knows about this bomb because he seemed to be extra knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Okay.
very good point.
So what do you say to him exactly?
Admiral, do you know anything that I do not about this bomb?
Lord Aniston, what are you doing? And of course, no, I don't know anything more than you're the one that briefed me on the bomb. I don't even know as much as you know.
Shit.
You told
Come
me
downstairs.
Yes.
Where do you think it is?
So
Leading him with my sword.
how are you doing this whole thing? Are you making him go down the stairs then?
Yes.
Okay, so are you leading him down there with the sword on his throat? Are you pointing the sword at him and like making him walk first? Are you walking at the same time?
I have made him go in front of me, and my sword is now at his neck from the back.
So you're pretty close to him then.
Yes.
So you have the long side of the blade against the back of his neck?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're close enough, you're within arm's reach of him, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys are walking down the stairs. And is anyone else coming down there or no?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay, like how close behind him?
Like, I'll be like a foot or two behind Aniston because I don't know.
I'm gonna be the last one.
All right. So, he gets down to the bottom and he's looking around and he doesn't say anything. Aniston, your head is still kind of above where the thing dips. So, Aniston, you can't see into the basement yet. But also, Aniston, here's the other problem. If you stand up in the basement, your head will be halfway buried in the ceiling. You're pretty tall. Same for you, Ku. Like, you can't really stand up down there at all.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so
Can the Admiral?
The Admiral's pretty short. He's not that tall.
Okay.
So he's standing straight up. He's kind of looking up at you now, Lord Aniston, like, what do you want me to do? Like, he has his hands kind of in the air, too. He's like, I don't know what you want me to do.
I want you to check the area for the bomb.
Yes, sir. Okay. And so he starts walking forward in the basement, but he's looking back at you to make sure that you're following too, that you're close at hand. Like the sword, is still on his neck. So as you peek your head down there, Lord Aniston, you see that there is a huge storehouse of goods down here. There's a whole bunch of shelves full of all kinds of stuff. There's things that are portioned off for vegetables and root vegetables. There's things that are made for, beer that's fermenting. It looks like it's a pretty huge basement. It's pretty wide. And if you, so you don't really know, you don't really know what you're, you don't know what you're looking for. So, you're just seeing a bunch of shelves and things.
Can we do all Arcana check? Donnie or Laryn or whoever has it? Narrow down where it is?
Yeah, I'll do one too. Oh, nat 20!
Well, there we go.
And I got a 2.
All right. Well, so you see the bright, blinding light of the of the thing, and it is.
Donnie meets his god once again.
It's all over the. It's behind a shelf. It looks like.
All right, I approach it and just dust it off and point over, and I'm like,
It's right over here. Admiral, why don't you grab it?
So there are 2 different pathways to get to this thing, and you take the open pathway on the left because it was the closest one.
okay.
So you walk down to it, and you come up on it, and it is a you see a giant canvas tarp over the top of a cart, and it's kind of wheeled in there between 2 shelving units. The shelving units are kind of made to get a cart in there because that's how people do it, and there's kind of ruts in the floor that allow you to move a cart. But it's like somebody came for a delivery, put it there, and left it there, and that's not what you're supposed to do for delivery. You're supposed to take it and put it on the shelf. Like, somebody brings in a bunch of potatoes, they put them on the potato thing,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shady.
What are your thoughts of this, tarp thing?
Can I pull the tarp off of it?
Yeah.
All right, I do that.
All right, you pull the tarp off, and it is just kind of like I described, but now you're seeing it in all its glory. It's most definitely magical. This thing is insane looking. When you look at it, the best way to describe it is it hurts. It hurts your memories. Like anything that you are thinking about, if you remember something, but it's painful. It feels like so familiar, but at the same time so bizarre and strange. And it gives you this weird ache in kind of this in the place that you would describe in your time as memory. It's a very weird feeling. So the way that it looks is that it's green. There's a green swirl pattern that's kind of inside of this glass globe. And the green is just thousands of different variations of the color green that are all kind of swirling and changing inside of this globe. And the globe, as we kind of look at it, is held by these different kind of copperish braces. And they terminate in these black suction cup type things that are all connected to the giant glass globe. And those suction cup arms are all attached to an outer ring that's also made of some kind of metal that you're not sure, but it looks like it's too thin for it to actually be something made out of metal. Like there's no way it would be able to be that thin and still function. It's very strange. Now, in addition to that, there are hoses that are coming out of the ring and attaching to the glass globe with tinier suction cup type things. And the entire thing is kind of making this hiss noise. And there is tiny little like burps of steam that are kind of escaping every once in a while from it. And they kind of glitter into the air in this weird green mist. And within the green mist, there is this like kind of bizarre thing where you're seeing like you feel like you're seeing through different times.
Holy shit.
Looks like we got your bomb here, Admiral.
And this is where the temporal disturbances come from.
I pull out my magical wooden mallet and I wind up.
No!
No.
The Admiral yells, he screams, and throws himself in front of you. He's like, "Sir, we found it. I can't believe we found it."
We?
Found it.
What?
He's talking to him.
It's whatever. I don't care as long as it doesn't fucking go off.
What do we do with this thing?
This
Diffuse it.
Sir, we need to take this back to have our scholars dissect it. I don't know how to diffuse this.
Oh,
Is
guys, if only we had the fucking void bag.
Dude, if only I'd spec'd into fucking bomb squad skill. Shit.
I mean, if we're gonna regret some of our choices, I'm gonna have to go wind back way before we lost the void bag.
Parnus.
We got a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, I look at the Admiral, I'm like, I got one way to defuse it, but I'm not sure how diffused it'll be. Like, it'll definitely be partially diffused. And I'm just holding up my mallet again.
The Admiral is like, "Please, Lord Aniston, do not let these fools damage this. We would all die. This is the weapon that we have been reading about."
Again.
You know what I'm saying, Lord Aniston, don't you? Why are you looking at me like you're so confused?
Do we know when it is set to go off? Is it set to go off in the next 5 minutes? In the next 5 days? Do we have time to remove it from Sparkle?
As you know, they told us when the bomb would go off. They may have been lying to us, but as you know, we all got that information from the note.
And how close to now was that?
Well, at midnight tonight. At midnight tonight.
Get it out of the city!
Tell me more about the note. What about the note?
I'm telling you things that you... Sir, but never mind. Yes, okay, the note. I will tell you, this must be some kind of exercise for your memory. I understand. Okay. The note.
Sword to throat. Yes, it's an exercise. Tell me about the note.
Yes. The note was a threat from the cusp. And we received it approximately 2 months ago. The note marked today, the holiday of Kara Stevens Day, and that midnight on Kara Stevens night, our city would be turned asunder, and our very concept of time would even be destroyed. And we know...
Well, they followed through with it.
Yeah, we kind of... They do it. That
works.
That's a thing that happens, and it works.
Call their bluff.
What do you mean they do it?
Well, we're
Lord
kind of
Aniston, who are
time...
these people?
We're kind of time interlopers.
Call us time bobbies.
We stumbled upon the ruins of your city by being thrown down here long after it gets destroyed, and that thing causes basically a rip in space-time that allows us to like view different past versions of your city. Right now, we're technically in one of them, at least to us. To you, it's happening currently. But, yeah, and Aniston lives through all of this, except he basically goes crazy.
I think
That's why he's having problems remembering right now, because he's over 1,000 years old in our time.
So the Admiral is shaking his head, and he is, like, completely blown away right now.
He's gonna get blown away real soon again.
That thing goes off, and it literally tears a hole in space-time, at least for your city.
The Admiral kind of he's slowly nodding, and he says, unfortunately, some of this makes sense.
And what's also unfortunate is that your city gets forgotten to time, because we don't even know this city exists when we stumble upon it.
I have an understanding of where we may be, everyone, and this is not this is a very unfortunate scenario. I have a little bit more knowledge that I am now willing to add. I have been in preparation of a spell that would only be used in the most dire of circumstances. If I were to be damaged by this bomb. I have a spell that I have drawn from an artifact, combination of artifacts, some ancient texts that I have found at great peril to my own safety. And I am not proud to say this, but the lives of 20 children. But believe me, Lord Aniston, I've only done this for your and the safety of everyone. What I have designed to happen, Lord Aniston, is if we were to be destroyed, the epicenter of the bomb would reset in temporal in a temporal space and reset to the dawn of the day that the explosion happened.
We are in the reset right now.
We are in the reset. We are in a day that is occurring over and over again, and has occurred over and over again for probably, if what you say is true, at least 1,000 years.
I lean in really close to the side of the Admiral, like not face to face, but to the side, so I'm looking at his ear.
Yeah.
I just go, "Hey, Admiral, you done fucked up. You done fucked up real bad."
What I have done, he explodes. What I have done is the reason that us are all alive right here, right now.
It's the reason you have a chance to fix this and make sure that your little safety spell never goes off, because that causes its own problems.
Baby murderer.
Admiral?
How long have you been... Yes.
We in Shomar are a proud, respectable, honorable people. We do not sacrifice the lives of babes for any cost. Sword swing, head swipe,
Come on, no, beat him.
Roll for it.
I like to think that Aniston's saying all this.
Roll
Like, he
for
says
it.
his actions.
Me too. Yes.
13.
Okay.
That ain't bad.
Well, I mean, he was not trying to defend himself, and he was standing right there. He was trying to just about to give you some more information.
Aww.
You realize he has that, like, when he dies, the spell's gonna go off anyway.
I lean into Aniston, I go, "You done fucked up. You done fucked up real bad."
Tell everyone the same thing.
So you swing at his head, and
Shit.
yeah, it kills him immediately. You sever right through his spine. The sword cleanly lops off his head, and his head drops to the ground and rolls to a stop with his mouth still gaping, trying to give you useful information.
Oh, shit!
I grab his head to listen.
You can't hear anything because his lips are moving, but he doesn't have any lungs, so he can't really force air through his mouth. So you see Lord Aniston pick up the head of the guy he just chopped off, and he's holding it up to his ear and trying to hear him talk.
I lean in next to Laryn's face and I go, "I regret giving Aniston his sword back.
Yeah,
I done fucked
told
up.
you,
I
you
fucked up
done
real
fucked
bad.
Up. All right.
I fucked up real bad."
I turn to Aniston and say,
Do you know of any way to teleport this bomb somewhere with magic? Because it could go off any second. It's gonna go off at midnight.
Whatever is protocol, what you would normally do for a situation like this, clearly doesn't work, so we have to do whatever you wouldn't normally do.
So there are the bartender. The bartender runs back down, and he has like 3 more people that look like sages that are really learned people in the city. And he saying, "I see that the admiral had to be dispatched, so we have the smartest men within a day's ride are all on their way here. I'm sorry if I'm overstepping my bounds, but I'm doing what I can to help. I don't want an accident here."
Oh, we'll take any help we can get at this point.
Okay, learned people, what the fuck do we do with this bomb?
You're all looking very scared and very confused. One guy is just crying.
I like that idea. I like that guy. He's got the right idea. I say we do that. What would you guys recommend we do? And then we don't do that, because clearly that doesn't work.
They're kind of
All right,
looking
so
up
wait,
at Lord
did his
Aniston.
spell not go off then?
No, well, he said that, he said something specific. He said that
It was triggered by the bomb
Yes,
going off.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So him being dead doesn't matter.
So we just
It'll
lost
still
our
go.
main source of any sort of like.
Okay.
Or wait,
Ancient magics that
maybe
could
killing
control
him.
time.
Maybe killing him stop the infinite loop though, or not
Well,
necessarily.
the bomb going off triggers it.
Okay,
It triggers it, but if he's dead, I don't think it triggers anymore.
that's what I'm trying to get at. What if we just stop
Maybe?
the Groundhog Day effect of
Yeah,
it
but
all?
that means that there's now no. This is it. This is our shot.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know
our shot
we're
to
really
stop
fucked.
It.
We probably shouldn't have
We
killed
have
him.
one shot to stop it. If we don't stop it now, it's Dunyons. Like the city's gone. This city disappears from the face of the planet, and
we're inside of it, which is not good.
Yep.
Okay.
Where is Babu?
The bartender looks shocked.
Not
and,
proud.
He runs. Babu. Yes, sir. Right away. He runs upstairs to go find Babu.
Well, at least he's safe now.
Once Babu arrives, can you use this to attempt to stop it as I gesture at my ring that keeps me immortal and invulnerable?
They look kind of confused by that idea. All of them are shaking their heads, but we know who you are, Lord Aniston. We know that you live and rule with us, and we know that you pass the blood ring on to the next in line. But there's no use that any of us can figure out to incorporate this ring into preventing this, whatever this is. We're not even. It looks like a bomb to us, but we're not 100% sure.
It's a magic ring! It's a magic bomb! Figure it out,
sir.
Bueller!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What if, Aniston, can you pick that baby up, that bomb right there? Are you able to lift it?
It's actually kind of lightweight.
Oh.
And if any of you nudge it, it seems like any of you could lift it, but it looks a little problematic on where to lift it from, because there's all those hoses, there's the thin metal area, but it just looks kind of fragile. And it also, like I said, it's still spitting steam every once in a while, that green mist, which that doesn't seem like it would be a healthy thing to get near you.
Yes, but Aniston has the ring of invincibility.
It's true.
So I'm thinking, what if we get him to pick that baby up and just run?
What if
Just get it out of town.
that's not a bad idea? I pull out all 5 of my books that I have and show them to the learned people and say,
Any of these books about bombs?
And they're
We
like,
just stole.
whoa, they're weirded out by seeing these books. Where did you get these?
None of your business.
There's a library. in
Priority
town.
first, bombs.
Yes. So they dive into the books a little bit. They're trying to see if they can use them at all. A couple more scholars show up too.
I'm trying to think.
Got a bunch of nerds here in a bomb. What do we do? Well,
Is
since
the,
the
I just thought
you
of
guys.
it. You go, AJ.
I was gonna say I was told about. Do you guys have summoning rituals you can do?
Well, what kind of summoning would you need?
Well, do you have banishment rituals?
Oh.
Certainly. We have banishment rituals. We have summoning rituals. We have all sorts of rituals.
Is there a place you could send this
Well,
and like exchange it? Because I know you guys have
do
equivalent sort of like an alchemy
I'm
thing
sorry.
going on.
I'm sorry. I will give you a little bit of understanding because you seem to be good friends with Lord Aniston here, but of course, we've already thought about that. If we were to try to put this through some sort of rift in space, the results are extremely unpredictable. Even casting some sort of protection orb around this device could be the very thing that sets it off. There are thousands and thousands of variations we've been going over already.
I think we have an idea. Okay, remember earlier when Ku would throw the rock into the air and it would just disappear? Let's throw the bomb into the air and hope for the best. I'm serious. It might just disappear, and then we're good.
Yeah. Where's it gonna? We know where it comes out. It comes out in our turn.
Yeah,
our current
and if that's
timeline.
okay, then it might flip us right side up, and we'll be back in the real world with the ancient city unearthed.
I put my hand on Laryn's shoulder and I look him square in
That's
the
like
eyes
some.
and go, Laryn, that's dumb as fuck and it might work.
It might work.
I go towards the bomb, like, ready to pick it up. Like, I'm all on board with
The
this.
scholars are like, whoa! They're all freaked out. And they're backing up.
I look at him, I go, like, unless you guys got a better idea before this baby goes off, I'm going with that one.
Let's throw it into the sky.
One of the other people that showed up, he's kind of looks like a military general guy that's kind of keeping an eye on things. He's been giving orders to some other people that are running around. There's kind of guards and things now, too. He is looking at you, Lord Aniston, like, are you going to let this guy take this bomb? Like, he is pretty freaked out by this situation.
Do you know something, General? Will this work? Will it not work?
Sir, I don't know what you're thinking, but this bomb, as we know, is very fragile and unpredictable, and there are many bad things that could happen if someone were to just pick it up.
I just put my hands around it, like, huh?
So you put your hands around the bomb?
Like, over, like, hovering around it, like, I'm,
Okay.
you know, unless you
Like,
guys got something else, I'm
going. Like, I'm not touching you.
Yeah, sorta.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need you to roll, let's see, roll,
There's still green gas coming out of it, Ku.
Let's see, hold on. I'm just
I
gonna do
think this is one where we break
Your hand
Mike.
ages 50 years.
Or we
Now
just-
the hand of an old dragon.
Yeah, actually, the green mist catches part of your finger, and your
Shit.
finger kind of shrinks, and it then
Oh.
becomes a very, like, baby-like child finger.
God,
This is
damn
important.
it.
Delicious.
Which finger?
Your pinky on your left hand.
Okay. I'm now, that hand has been fucked up twice now. Okay, I slowly pull my hand away. I'm like, alright, Laryn, that plan might not work now.
Shit, it was
Oh,
the
I was on
trippiest
board for it.
idea I had.
One of the scholars is gesturing to Lord Aniston.
Scholar, what do you have to say?
Sir, we may have discovered a solution. If the device were to be simply rolled on its cart to a far enough away destination and covered in a mixture of mercury and water and a few other heavy elements that we have discovered, along with some magical ingredients, we could
How about the
submerge
feels? That's heavy.
this device in a giant container full of these elements, and that should prevent the explosion. And even if it did explode, then we would be far enough away where the device would not obliterate our town.
Well, let's make this happen, Scholar!
Yes, very well. You heard Lord Aniston. Fetch us 2 stout horses. Fetch us a troop of men. We'll need them all to clear the streets and protect the way for the journey of the cart. And here's a list, and he hands a list to to somebody else at his side. And we'll need all of this in order to protect the bomb from exploding. And so the guy looks at the list and he's like, "Oh my God!" And the soldier that's there is like, "Make it happen. The fate of the town is depending on it." So yeah, they're all scrambling around. There's some real craziness happening with all of the people. They got some horses. They've hooked up some ropes to the cart. There's some kind of weird enchantment on the wheels that makes the wheels roll very smoothly and slowly. So it's now rolling up the back stairs into the street, and you see the cart turn, and it's hooked up to the horses, and that it's being pulled down the street at a very slow pace. And there are also other carts and things going in the same direction, heaped with different things, different ingredients. There's a whole bunch of men that are lining up the street that are, it looks like every single person that is a military person has come this day to make sure that this is a safe transfer and what's happening. And the one guard is now talking to you, Lord Aniston, and he's like, Sir, if you hadn't found this bomb, I can't imagine what would have happened in this city.
I got an idea.
Yeah, we can.
Entire city would be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a good thing that we all found it in time, and we all realized what it was and how to solve the issue.
Praise Lord Aniston, I say.
Praise Lord Aniston! And then a bunch of people start saying it randomly from the side of the street. You kind of got a thing going. A bunch of people are saying it now.
Nice.
Praise Lord Ku-Ruk! And I look at everyone, huh?
Nobody can hear you because they're all yelling. Praise
Aw.
Lord Aniston.
Oh,
I could have made you set this effing bomb off, Ku, so watch yourself.
Hey, he almost listened to my
I could still
stupid
set
idea.
the 7 bomb off.
Yeah, but I could do it when you don't want to.
As I wave to everyone in the city, knowing that I have saved their lives, I lovingly stroke Babu, who has appeared at my side.
The bamboo trots up to you, and yes, he's purring and rubbing against your leg. Everyone is very happy as you are going down the street, until there are some shouts in the distance. And it seems like there's a little bit of a scuffle, but it looks like it's handled. You don't think that there's anything severe that's happened over there. But there was some trouble.
I glance over my shoulder and I wonder if I am needed over at the scuffle.
You wonder, and you're not sure.
Can I do a
I see where his
perception
eyes are
check?
looking, and I go, I think, my lord, this is probably of the utmost importance.
Yeah, I would roll perception Aniston to see.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna roll perception. Yeah.
All right.
8.
All right. You think that it probably was a bird.
Can I roll perception to see if it was like any of like the shady guys we saw earlier?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think one of us might have to go
Fuck,
take
it was
care
a
of it.
10.
All right, let me give it a whirl. Watch, this is gonna be my one natural 20 fucking perception check. Nope.
Nope. Ku,
Just kidding.
you're our last hope.
It's a
Just
6.
tell us if you see anything shady. Oh!
No! It's a 4! You know what?
Well,
Screw it. I don't trust myself around this bomb. I already got my baby finger. I'm gonna just go over to this disturbance anyway. I'm done. I just want to get away from this bomb,
All right.
and I'm gonna check the disturbance.
So
I don't care what it is.
as you're walking, something really weird happens to all of you. You are walking, and suddenly you are in the city, but it's like a lot of the buildings are gone, and it's kind of like turning into ancient ruins.
Is the cart still with us, or is it gone?
The cart is gone, the people are gone, but they're kind of popping out thing by thing. Things are just kind of sliding out of reality. And
We didn't do it. We messed up.
it's really weird, but you're outside, though, and you're standing in what looks like an ancient street, like cobblestone street beneath you. And you're standing out in the open air. And
By outside, do you mean like outside or peeing?
no, I mean like outside. You're out.
Okay.
You're out outside.
Holy shit.
It's during the evening, so you know that like time has kind of jumped. But you're standing in the remains of an old city.
I pick up a rock and throw it in the air.
The city,
And the rock comes right back down.
Guys!
we saved it temporarily, but it looks like something bad obviously still happened to the city. But then again, most civilizations don't last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
I just start throwing rocks up in the air like a like a puppy. Like I'm just so excited, I'm not even paying attention around me.
We averted a cataclysm level event, but time still worked its magic.
Yeah, I think we just saved like an alternate realities version. I'm not sure. And is Aniston still with us?
Aniston is still standing with you.
Okay.
He's also on the street with you and looks kind of confused.
Aniston.
Is he wearing pants? Because those pants were from
the pants
past.
were from that time, yep. Everything
still
that
got
was
them.
in your bags, Aniston's sword is still there. All of the things that you took with you are still with you. You do not have the books because those were left with the scholars.
Shit.
Ha.
Oh, man.
I run back, I guess.
Does the city look destroyed or just run down and old?
Just super old.
This is the best outcome for you, Aniston.
Is it? He's still by
I mean,
himself.
To be fair, he's still alive, but when he chooses someone to give the ring to, he's probably going to die.
Yeah, time would catch up immediately.
In the distance, you notice that giant domed building is there, and it's standing.
Bubble
There's
Town.
still like it's really old. It's like the Parthenon, you know what I mean? Like it's completely disheveled and ancient, but it's still standing off in the distance. And you do notice that there is some kind of city nearby, but like a smaller city.
Huh.
Aniston, your people might. What's left of them, the descendants, might still be alive.
Do you remember anything? Like, did you get any memories back? Is everything the same with you? How you feeling, bud?
Nothing has changed, but I know the three of you helped so valiantly defuse this bomb that I know I can trust you.
Hey, we did something good for once, guys.
Hey,
High
Just
fives.
I'm really sad you didn't get to like sort of live out your days regularly with your city and like have a descendant and do all the stuff that your bloodline entailed.
But he got to meet us.
Let's head towards the little city and see if anyone can fill us in on what has happened.
All right. So it's not too far of a walk. It's maybe like 15 to 20 minutes, to get there or so. And you walk up on the city, and it's just kind of a smaller place, and it's kind of built in some of the ruins of the old city itself. And you walk in there, and everybody's just kind of going about their business.
I wave down the first person I can see, like that's near me.
All right. He's a guy that's like walking his horse to get water. He stops.
Hello, good sir. What year is it?
What year is it? It's 2017.
What the fuck?
Guys, do you know who this man is? And I point to Aniston.
No.
What about this one? And I point to Laryn.
No.
How about that guy? And I point to Donnie.
He looks at Donnie for a minute. He's like,
Huh?
Are you that bard that always sung about doing it in the butt?
Yes, that is absolutely him. I cover his mouth.
No, it's not. I'm a
cover his mouth.
sorcerer. I'm
Yes.
not a bard.
What is the name of this city?
No. The name of the city? The name of the city is Basin.
What is what was the history of that city? And I point back to
The ruins.
the main one we just
Well that was long ago. I'm no historian, but I'll tell you what I know about it. Weird that you're asking anyways, but I thought everybody knew about it. Well, it was ancient city. It's home of vast knowledge, and we got a lot of our magic and things from it this very day. We still use a lot of the things that were discovered in that time, and there's, a lot of history and a lot of books that have been written about it. And, well, heck, even my wife used to write fan fiction about that, life in the city and what it must have been like. I mean, nobody really knows, but I mean, there's the artwork that survived and the some of the books, and
Guys, I wonder if we became legend.
I hope not.
I sure hope not either.
There's just like all of us picking our noses in the back of some tapestry.
Scratching our ass. Well, shit.
If you want, I do know in the school there's a teacher that knows about the history of all this stuff. The stuff that I don't know. I'd love to be able to help you out. You know, if you want to throw a few coins my way, it looks like you can afford them.
Hey, if you want to keep a few fingers, you might want to keep on stepping there, punk.
Whoa, okay.
I was gonna give him coin, but now I'm not.
No need to fight,
steal his finger.
No need to fight. I'm gonna take off, okay? Sorry I bothered you. He walks away.
Thanks for the info. Aniston, it looks like your people are okay, and things are good, and we're back in our time.
Good as a objective term, I would
It's
say.
better than being upside down and in the city we were in. I don't know.
I wonder what happened to the Darklings.
I think they're the people that are good now.
I just realized I'm still not wearing pants. Yeah. Now that we're actually in the open air and, like, no longer imprisoned in the underground by that crazy cult, I think we should, find some gear.
So there's a bard
clothes.
singing on the stage right now, and it catches your ear because he says Lord Aniston in the song. There's a line that had Lord Aniston in it.
Oh, I cut my hand around my ear, or whatever ear hole Dragonborns have.
All right. So
What is that I hear?
he's finishing the song, and it's about how Lord Aniston disappeared on this certain day, or something like that. And it's like this weird thing about when Lord Aniston disappeared, and the bloodline was broken, and the fall of the city and stuff like that. And there was some like lines about that. It's hard to tell exactly what was going on in the song, but you kind of pick up that much. Some of it seems like it's metaphor. You're not sure exactly.
We need to tell them that the bloodline's back, baby.
Do we, though? I look at Aniston and I'm like, you want to be Lord again?
No, I will seek out a historian and see what has happened since our departure. It's time that we just let this city move on in the natural course of events.
Wise man.
Yeah, very progressive.
I say, you hit up that teacher the guy recommended, and you learn more, and you journey as the immortal, handsome, naked elf. I'm gonna need those pants back, by the way. And we continue back and murder the shit out of Parvis.
Pretty much, yeah. And all I have to say is, Aniston, you've been a really awesome person. Never take that ring off, and you never know. You might want to just take over this world and just, not take over the world, but just take over this town and be a leader again, and, you know.
How the fuck are you good? Your alignment is pure evil. You are the most evil character we've ever met.
Hey, I'm not the one cutting off people's heads, but no, I admired that. That was pretty cool.
That was
You were
swift, lawful justice.
Laryn will
And
remember.
real quick,
He was
Right.
absolutely 100% right to do that. I mean, that was, yeah.
Yeah, he was a lord. That was justice.
Yep.
and just so everybody knows, as Babu comes to my side because Lynx have a
Babu does
expanded
Babu is
lifespan.
not there. No, Babu is gone.
Oh no,
Saddest
Babu.
thing ever. I raise my sword to Ku's throat and say,
What?
"You
No!
will not get your pants back."
Fair enough. You can keep them. They look good on you. They hide your massive dong, as we've established. It's just canonical.
The city of Shomar is forever indebted to you three. If you need assistance, be sure to come back this way and seek me out.
We will definitely keep this friendship in mind. Thank you for all of your help, Aniston, and getting us out of the underground. Let's go kill Partis!
I'm
Yeah!
feeling harness isn't the same person anymore.
I want to jump up in the air and do a freeze frame right as Laryn says that. Yeah!
Hey everyone, Doug here, or as you know me, Laryn Gitis. Thanks for listening to this week's episode where our heroes continue to unravel the mystery of the magical bomb planted by the cusp. What a dramatic conclusion. It was totally a blast having Kenny Rotter from the Dumbbells and Dragons podcast join us for our show. Speaking of his show, Dumbbells and Dragons is now a part of the Almost Better network, so you can find all of his content and our stuff over at almostbetter.net. I want to thank the hosts this week. It was Mike, AJ, Bren, Kenny, and myself. Cover art was done by Ian McAfee. Theme music was composed and assembled by Josh Stitt. Distribution is powered by the fine podcasting software at pinecast.com. You can leave a tip, you can leave feedback, just click a link in the episode description. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. See you next time.